So Michelle Bachmann's back. She wants to stay relevant in the news, so she decided to tweet about President Obama and the negotiations with the Iranians. Now, you remember the German wings disaster? 150 people lost their lives because a pilot crashed on purpose into the mountains. Well, she's going to have no shame at all, and she's going to use that as an analogy. She says, with his Iran deal, Barack Obama is for the 300 million souls of the United States what Andreas Lubitz was for the 150 souls on Germanwings flight. A deranged pilot flying his entire nation into the rocks. After the fact, among the smoldering remains of American cities, the shock survivors will ask, why did he do it? Okay, now, Michelle Bachmann, I know, she's the lunatic, she's got the crazy eyes, she says ridiculous things all the time. And some people will say she's irrelevant, no time. But she was a United States Congresswoman for all this time. She ran for president on the Republican side in the last election and was briefly leading among those candidates. Okay? My point is larger than Michelle Bachmann. One political party in this country, and a very important one, and one that controls the entire Congress at this point, has lost their minds. And we're supposed to treat it like, oh, both sides do it. Democrats say this, Republicans say that. Democrats say tomato, Republicans say Kenyan jihadi who's going to kill everybody in America. And we're supposed to call that even. I mean, imagine if a Democrat had said that George Bush is going to have almost everybody in the country die. A Democratic congressman. I mean, if Michael Moore had said it, they would have ripped him to shreds, let alone Democratic congressman, right? They would have talked about impeachment hearings and how he's like Bush is like a suicidal pilot who's going to, have all of our cities destroyed. And he's doing it on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. I mean, think about how insane and evil that is, right? And oh God, it's just, there's no bounds of reason left anymore. It's so frustrating. But our mainstream media is like, oh no, I don't see a difference between Republicans and Democrats. Yeah. Now look, are the Democrats corrupt? Yes, we talk about it all the time because the system forces both parties to be corrupt because it's got legalized bribery. I know that. Nobody talks about that more than we do. But the Democrats have not lost their minds. Michelle Bachmann is a legitimate player in the Republican Party. Like I said, in the last election for president, she was briefly leading among those candidates. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs is not the aberration in the Republican Party anymore. It's the norm. Look, a recent poll, I can give you 1,000 of these, but one that just came out a little while ago, 54% of Republicans thought that Barack Obama was Muslim. That's more than half. A majority of Republicans believe that the president is Muslim when it's not remotely true. So we've got Republicans, both congresspeople and a majority of their voters, who believe in insane conspiracy theories, who believe in maniacal things, and we're supposed to treat them like a legitimate party. They're not. They've lost their collective minds. And if the media doesn't call it out, well, then you're not doing your job. I mean, you're going to be neutral to this? I mean, on the one side of the debate, we have a Nobel Prize winner, and on the other side of the debate, we have Ted Bundy. Okay, well, let's have a legitimate debate here. Ted, you say we should be killing everybody because being a serial killer is awesome. Okay, Nobel Prize winner, what do you say? This is not a legitimate debate. One side belongs in an insane asylum. You really think that all the cities of America are going to be destroyed by the Iranians because of the peace deal that the Obama administration is going to do? Do you really believe that? If you believe that, you're a fucking lunatic. That all the cities are going to be smoldering. And President Obama's doing that on purpose because he's a Muslim or whatever else you think. You're fucking nuts. And the inmates have taken over the asylum of the Republican Party.